Welcome to the Intoxication Station. I'm Raymond, and what I'm going to do today is talk to you about what I did with one of the recurring guests that we've had on the channel, Ryan, and his wife over the weekend. So we went over to Florida Cracker Monkey Bar over in Homosassa Springs, right on the Crystal River. And if you haven't been there before, I highly recommend it, especially on a nice weather day like we had this weekend. It was low 70s, not a cloud in the sky, sun's just a beaming out there, and because of that, we all got sunburned, but it was well worth it overall. Now, with Florida Cracker, in typical fashion, they're going to emphasize anything that is Florida. So, nice, beautiful setting, boat ramps all over the place, people going up and down the river, all that fun stuff. Now, we didn't get much footage while we were out there just because there were a lot of people, as there should be, being a nice weather day that it was. And they did have a fishing contest going on as well. So a lot of audio all over the place being thrown around, and it just didn't make for a excellent audio capturing environment because ultimately what we're trying to do is convey to all you, the viewers, on just how there's so much more to Florida than the beaches, the theme parks, things of that nature. Pretty much the ethos of a channel if you've been a reoccurring viewer thus far. Now, with that said, let us know what platform that you're watching us on or listening to us. We have all the standard social medias out there. Find us at Intoxication Station FL, or if you're listening to us from one of the streaming services out there, such as Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or if you're watching us on YouTube, then by all means, let us know what you think of the content so far. See if there's any improvisations that we can do, or if there's any places that we're not aware of, or a place that you would like for us to check out that's in Florida, let us know, and we'll make sure to add it to the list. Now, going back to Florida Cracker. Florida Cracker, we reviewed the brands before on several other locations, and ultimately, what I would like to do is review all the places that they do have. They have several of them, and it just so happens that we were at the Monkey Bar. Reason why they call it the Monkey Bar is just outside of the bar, in the middle of the river, is an island with monkeys on it. Who would have thought? Now, in case for those that aren't aware, we do have monkeys in the state of Florida, among other things that you would typically associate with Florida. And yeah, it just makes for that much of a diverse ecosystem that we do have here. Now, going back to Monkey Bar, it is going to be a bar first and foremost. You can get tons of drinks out there. They are a full liquor bar. They have tons of different beer options and whatnot, both bottle, can, or draft, depending on what you're looking for. And they do have food there as well, too. What they tend to emphasize on is they do have a pizza oven out there, a nice stone pizza oven. So they have a lot of flatbread options. They have a lot of pizza options that they all make in-house in traditional scratch kitchen fashion. And food quality, excellent. Everything that you would expect from a bar that's located on the river with tons of patio space and just be able to enjoy the scenery, the weather for that day. And it was most definitely a beautiful weekend. Now, we did record the weekend before Easter of 2025. There were still quite a few people out there, but I'm sure people are also getting ready to go out, visit family for Easter, and if not, there were quite a few people that were in town from other places as well, too. Now, on a scale of 1 through 10, of the places that we've been to, Monkey Bar is going to be in a different class all in itself just because of what they do. Now, right across the river from Monkey Bar was our first place that we reviewed, being Crump's Landing. And we did that late last year. And Crump's Landing is also a great place, but in the same way that you can have multiple gas stations on the same corner, you can have multiple restaurants on the same river and still get the same atmosphere, but different at the same time. As far as Monkey Bar goes, again, they do have covered space. They have two floors. They have an upper deck, they have the bottom deck, and they have all the patio space. And it is very family friendly. Now, if you get there early enough in the morning time, in the same parking lot where the Monkey Bar is itself, they have another restaurant location located within walking distance of Monkey Bar itself. And next door to that, they also have a gift shop as well there too. That way they can sell off all their wares, all their merch and whatnot. Now, I haven't been lucky enough to be able to go to the restaurant there and have an actual sit down meal just because the distance from where I live to where they are is significant enough to where it's, for me anyways, a little rough to make it out there for breakfast because of how long of a drive it is. And well, if it's one thing that I need first thing in the morning is definitely coffee. Lots and lots of coffee. And one of these days I will make it out there. It's just it has to be good time and it has to be good traffic, especially. And all in all, it is a place that I do see myself going back to. Because I mean, ultimately, here at Intoxication Station, yeah, we love to have a good time. We love to have fun and whatnot, but we're also trying to support small businesses throughout the state of Florida. And with Florida Cracker being a brand of its own that has really encompassed the Florida lifestyle at its fullest, it's still nice to give them exposure. Because if anything, if I enjoy the place, I'm sure a lot of the people that are watching or listening to us right now are going to enjoy it just as much. What I'll do in the link below, I will put the address on how to get there. That way, if and when you do make a trip to Orlando or Miami, Tampa, anywhere, if you make a trip anywhere in Florida, I would highly recommend making a trip out there at some point through your travels. Because as much as they are a little bit off the beaten path, they're not too far away. So still would recommend it 10 out of 10. If anything, you can make an entire day out of it. Or if you're passing through, you can pop in, get a quick bite to eat, a quick drink, and then be able to go about your merry way. Now, with that being said, one thing that we didn't discuss when we reviewed Crump's Landing is Crystal River in that section. They do have airboat tours. And if it's one thing that I recommend anyone to do is if you have an opportunity to go on an airboat tour or on an airboat in general, definitely would recommend it. Just because it's a different experience from being on a boat, a traditional boat, because there's a lot more that you can do. There are a lot more versatile watercraft, and there's no real eloquent way of being able to describe what an airboat is. It's a flat bottom boat that has typically either a car motor or an aircraft motor on it with a big propeller in the back that just pushes air all over the place. Hence airboat. But they are a lot of fun. They are loud, they're obnoxious, but there's so much fun in the process. Uh, yeah, hopefully one of these days I wouldn't mind owning one, but if you know someone that has one, it's cheaper to put fuel in it than to buy one. Just saying, anything boat related is pretty much like that too. Now, with all that said, I do thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This one's going to be a quick and dirty edit for this week. Just wanted to get that out there because Strickland and I were separated as far as obligations that he had versus me not having any, really. So, Strickland, he went out to a reggae festival in Orlando this weekend, and he also did the Melbourne Blueberry Festival as well too. So once he gets all the footage down, go through editing, we'll make sure to have a video discussing all that as well too. And hopefully, yeah, if we can make it work out, either one of us do an event while another one does a restaurant at the same time. That way we can maintain with the ethos of the channel overall. Because Florida's a big state. Florida's a big state, and it's a lot to cover. And being that we're all self-funded at the moment, we're relying on you, the viewer or listener, for all the views and everything to potentially gain monetary value to the channel. By covering more ground that way, we can get more stuff done. That way, we can have some episodes in the piggy bank, if you will, to be able to put out over a longer period of time versus trying to do a bunch of stuff, edit, and then have it out same day and try to repeat next week. And sometimes scheduling doesn't allow it, sometimes finances doesn't allow it. Because ultimately, this is a passion project for the both of us. And any way that we can make the viewing experience for you, the listener and or viewer, is ultimately what we're trying to accomplish here. So once again, if you're on any of the social media platforms watching this, or if you're on YouTube, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Make sure to follow and like any of the stuff that we do, provided that you think that we earned it. And with that, I'm Raymond with Intoxication Station. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one.